We have new information tonight on who may have killed Kate Ragsdale. She's the woman who was killed inside her home in the Highlands neighborhood of Tuscaloosa on Sunday.
A criminal profile released by homicide investigators today reveals the suspect may likely live close to Ragsdale's home and describes the person as possibly young in age. WVUA's Travis Leader has more on what the profile says. He joins us live from the Highlands with our top story at 6. Travis.
Well, we still don't have any names or physical descriptions at this moment, but we may have a better idea of the person that committed this, quote, horrific crime. Now, Tuscaloosa Metro Homicide Unit Captain Lloyd Baker says they have met with a retired FBI agent and a former criminal profiler. Based on the crime scene, initial analysis indicates the suspect is, quote, likely young in age and lived in close proximity to Ragsdale's residence. They also say that it's likely the suspect walked to and from the crime scene and was familiar with this location. Baker is asking to be wary of those displaying tremendous behavior changes in the days following this event, saying these behavior changes will be obvious to peers, friends, and family. They also believe this person is likely one who has not had a long history of criminal behavior.
The main point of this whole profile that I want to emphasize is the post-event behavior change. We strongly believe that whoever did this is displaying behavior that is indicative of extreme duress.
Now, Baker says they are also gathering and analyzing area video surveillance footage. An autopsy revealed the cause of death as being a sharp force injury. Now, if you know anything about this case, even something small, investigators want you to call them. You can make a confidential call to Crime Stoppers. That number is 205-752-STOP. Reporting live from Tuscaloosa, Travis Leader, WVUA News. Philip?
All right, thanks, Travis. Dignitaries are in Tuscaloosa honoring pivotal moments in the civil rights movement. Several U.S. congressmen are in Tuscaloosa remembering the 50th anniversary of George Wallace's stand in the schoolhouse door. University President Dr. Judy Bonner led the ceremonies, which featured Vivian Malone Jones' sister, Dr. Sharon Malone, along with former Alabama Governor George Wallace's daughter, Peggy Wallace Kennedy. Alabama native and Georgia Congressman John Lewis says he was moved to tears by the ceremony.
I saw a piece of history. You can see it on television in 1963 when I was only 23 years old, but you can come here and I just felt like reaching out, touching the doors. But it was so sacred and so special, I refused to touch.
Meanwhile, Vice President Joe Biden will be in Selma on Saturday to commemorate the so-called Bloody Sunday, the march over the Edmund Pettus Bridge. WVUA will also be there and will bring that to you Sunday night at 10.
And now look at your local weather. A chilly start for a Friday night.
But will those temperatures become cold enough to bring snow? Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott has the answer. Hello, Richard.
Hey, Philip and Lynn, good Friday evening. Yeah, and the answer to that is yes, we have some snow flurries already being reported in places like Haleyville and Hamilton, where temperatures are in the mid-30s. Tuscaloosa, we're at 40. Birmingham reporting 39 degrees. We have a winter weather advisory for some of our central and north Alabama counties. That includes Pickens, Tuscaloosa, Shelby, Talladega, and points north under that winter weather advisory. And there could be a quick dusting of snow sometime late tonight, early tomorrow, but not expecting any travel issues or anything major. Already seeing some returns on radar there to our north, and again, that will increase late tonight as temperatures continue to fall. We'll have more on your forecast. Plus, look at the 7-day planner. Weather is coming up.
The Cat in the Hat, green eggs and ham, one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Any of this ringing a bell for you? Probably so. These were all written by the late children's book author Dr. Seuss, and today is Dr. Seuss's birthday. Kids all around Tuscaloosa County found a way to celebrate, and WVUA's Marilyn Vaughn takes you inside 2 elementary schools to see who was reading and how many Cats in the Hat costumes she could count.
Can take you anywhere without leaving your room. Reading coach Stephanie Edge knows books open up the imagination of her students.
And if they can get into character, it really makes all the difference in the world, and they learn to connect with that character in that book.
Educators say it's best to pick up a book as soon as you can and read to your kids.
From the time you bring them home from the hospital, you need to stimulate them with reading, different types of genres, but just read to them, expose them to the beauty of the word.
Mayor Walt Maddox stopped by Central Elementary preschool class and noted getting kids excited about reading is key.
Anytime you can make learning fun, it's going to have a positive impact. And obviously today you see children at 4 years old already becoming engaged in reading. They're ready to be in a print-rich environment where they can really get to a point where they're reading to learn instead of learning to read.
Older students at Lakeview Elementary echoed Mayor Maddox's words, especially with Dr. Seuss books.
They're like easy to read and they're lots of fun and they have like a lot of details. They cool and they help people. They help kids learn how to read better.
Reporting in Tuscaloosa County, Marilyn Vaughn, WVUA News.
Dr. Seuss's birthday also marks the National Education Association's Read Across America Day. And there's a new place in Northport to have a great time and get some exercise.
Today is the grand opening of the Faucet Brothers Activity Center. Features of the nearly 60,000 square foot building include cardiovascular, weight and spin rooms, an aerobic studio, an 18-foot climbing tower, a boulder wall and climbing boulders, therapeutic and recreational swimming pools, a walking track, a gymnasium, and an outdoor archery range. Faucet Brothers Activity Center member J.C. Jones tells us that he'll be spending a lot of time there.
If my wife has her way, probably every day. I think it's going to be wonderful because there's a lot of people live in this area and we've never had anything like that anywhere around here.
The center is located on Eugenia Faucet Drive in Faucet Brothers Park. The facility is a joint effort between PARA, the Tuscaloosa County Commission, and the City of Northport.